What's up guys, welcome back to FlyRyde. I'm excited because this is gonna be a totally different type of look. I got a weird little mic on. I'm gonna be able to move around. You'll hear me. Little things. I wanna get your feedback. Let me know as you watch this video. Did you like the intro? Because I didn't make it. My boy Jonathan did. He's one of the local creatives out here next to FlyRyde. I invited him to come out and start taking part in the channel. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take you inside the shop, how it looks on just kind of a day-to-day. We got the Fly One carbon fiber GTR in the back here. My buddy Kenny with his 2017 GTR. He had some issues. He wanted to bring his car in. I fixed it in the rain, whatever, as well as my boy Jasper stopped by with his dope WRX. We got some exclusive footage of these Rowen taillights that apparently not many people have. I don't know, I just want you to check it out. Let me know what you think about the new kind of format, a little bit of extra cool B-roll, all that stuff. If you like Jonathan's work, definitely comment, let me know.
Yeah, so it's just not got running light or anything. So I'm guessing it's got a bad ground for some reason. Since it's not on as a running light, that tells me that if there's one thing that's not working, the only common bond between the running light and the turn signal is that they both share the same ground.
Kenny brought us 2017 GTR here a few months back. He recently had a problem with his rear side marker. It just stopped working.
I'm looking at this and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be working besides that ground, like I said. Ow!
Yeah.
So there was one bad ground connection. There's a T-tap, pinches like, it's like a little gator. It pinches the wire and it makes a connection with this wire, right? And so that then sends ground to the part. So because it didn't have turn signal and it didn't have running light, well, the only thing that bridges those together is the ground. So I just figured it was that. If that's all that was causing it to not work, I want to make an even better connection right now so it doesn't happen again.
Now this was weird to me because the car got into an accident on the front end. A tire came out, he hit it on the freeway. It has nothing to do with the rear side marker, so I was curious, why the heck would it start having issues now?
So how long were you without the car?
I don't want to talk about it.
Poor guy.
I enjoyed about a week or two, got a lot of thumbs up, and it just...
Right.
And then all of a sudden that tire popped up in the fast lane.
So you just nailed the tire?
Yeah. The front bumper, all the accessories and the parts, that was about 9,000 parts. I was going off again.
It seems like it's just, I'm gonna solder a straight wire to this thing. Let's actually put the panel there this time.
All right, so what it turned out to be was the JST connector. That's something that you're not usually gonna wanna check. You're gonna assume that those connections, because they're part of the part, you know, like they come with the wiring on the actual LED strip to the driver, all that. You don't check things like that. That's why it's so difficult to diagnose electrical problems on cars. It could be connectors, it could be components, it could be all kinds of stuff. You just gotta check everything sometimes.
It's not the connections that go into the side marker module, it's the ones that come out of it after. So my connections were good, the connections from the freaking company. This is a connector called a JST, and if you look down inside that pin, it's actually not all the way going down to the end. So it's coming in and out of contact with the ground. Problem is you can't see that. That wiggle should not be there. Black wire is what's giving me crap. So I'm gonna push it all the way in, and then I'm gonna push it down on the pin here so that I can get it to sit flat. Then I'm gonna pull the pin out, and then I'm gonna straighten it out with some pliers. So the moment of truth, still really wiggly. All right, I'm killing the JST. I'm just gonna put two other connectors in there. No matter what I do, I'm 100% confident.
All right, so the GTR was handled pretty quick and easy, just like that it was raining. I couldn't pull it out of the rain. Anyway, Jasper rolls up next. He's got these badass taillights from a company called Rowen in Japan, but they don't work.
No, these look crazy. Because you didn't even show me this part. All I saw was the...
Oh, you thought it was that one?
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I was
now.
kind of like, what's different? What's going on? So, cool. Yeah, Rowen.
The reason is they had no ground wire connection with the WRX, so I had to repin the connector. Here's what that looked like.
Interesting thing here is that it needs a ground wire there, and it doesn't have it there. You want to do one last thing for me and step on the brake?
Yeah, no.
And then step off? Okay, got it. There's no ground wire on this. So what I'm going to do is just move this to that black wire. I'm just going to repin it. So I just pull it out on the ground, and then I'm going to run it where these lights want it to be. and that should be it. There you go. The way that the car comes, you've got a ground wire in this top corner. And what we have to do is move it from this position here down to this open pin here. We'll be putting down a pick into the connector, and there's a tiny little plastic trim piece in there that pushes down on the inside of the metal connector. So I'm going to pry that up and slide out. Now the factory one can be a little bit more tricky than that. In any case, after you've slid that wire out, just going to slide it back down into the open spot below. And now you've pinned it to work with these Rowen lights. Alternatively, if you can get a pin from something like this is a Diagnosing tailless turn module, any kind of pin like these ones, you can add to your factory little connector here and have two ground connections, one in the top corner where we started and one right here. That's what we're going to do so that we can swap between two different types of taillights and not have that ground issue.
This is crazy.
On here, sir. This is a... All right, let's give her a go.
We did reach out to the company that hooked up Jasper with those lights, My Japan Direct. So I told them what I'd done with the lights and that other people would have to do it as well. They took it a step further. They reached out to Rowen in Japan and told them about the change. Now Rowen has made that change so that you guys don't have to do that. If you've got a WRX and you want those awesome sequential tail lights with all the cool little reverse LED, this and that. I thought they were dope. There you go. All right, so this is where we get to the fun stuff. I get to start making videos while I'm streaming, while I'm working on cars, doing different things around the shop. I'm way over here, but you still hear me fine, don't you? So I need your help big time. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch, and I don't know if you guys know anything about this, but somebody's got my name. They got FlyRyde, and I'm FlyRyde Chris on Twitch. I don't know, you tell me below. If you know anything about Twitch, how can I find this mystery FlyRyde person with zero content or anything? I gotta find them. I need you guys to jump in and help me. I've never done any streaming on Twitch. It's gonna be all new. But as you can tell, since you can hear me right now and I'm working and I could be teaching about this and that, you'd be watching from that angle or that angle, all over the place. This is gonna be dope. I'm excited about it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the like button if you got anything out of this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.